Hey Kids Church, we are starting a brand new series on Moses and how he journeyed to the promised land. I'm not here alone. To my right I have,
Tiana Pullen.
to my left I have,
Nathan.
Tiana, how old are you?
I'm 9.
She's 9. And Nathan?
I'm 10.
10, cool. And we are gonna journey just how Moses did to the promised land. We're gonna journey around the world. Are you guys excited?
Yes.
Okay, and we're gonna start off with America. Who here can show me which is the American flag? Any of you?
This one.
There we go. Well done, Nathan. That's the American flag. And did you guys know a fun fact about America is that a 17-year-old designed the flag? Isn't that cool? Yes, isn't that cool?
Yeah. Wow.
It is. That means as young as you are, you can still do some great things. Now, Moses journeyed to the promised land with the Israelites, and we're going to hear some cool stories about what they did on the way. I want to know from you guys, have you ever traveled anywhere before?
No, I haven't.
No. And Nathan?
Yes.
Where have you been?
To Cape Town.
To
Cape Town.
Cape Town. Very nice. Did you see the Table Mountain?
Yes.
Very nice. Where would you like to travel one day?
To Durban.
To Durban. Why Durban?
Because I want to swim and play with the sand and pick up shells.
Oh, visit the beach. That's so awesome. Okay, so we're going to hear some more stories about Moses. But for now, let's go to worship. Enjoy.
I was searching for something I knew was there but couldn't see. I remember the moment when the one I was searching for found me. I can't make sense of it, no getting over it, how much your love changed everything. Oh, 'cause I know you now, how could I go without Jesus? You're more than enough for me. I don't need anything else. I need your love, I need your love. I don't want anything else. I need your love, I need your love. God, I need you like water. God, I need you like I need it to breathe. I won't take you for granted. I won't go back to how I used to be. I can't make sense of it, no getting over it, how much your love changed everything. Oh, 'cause I know you now, how could I go without Jesus? You're more than enough for me. I don't need anything else. I need your love, I need your love. I don't want anything else. I need your love, I need your love. Na 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 na. 'Cause there's just one thing, one thing, one thing I need. There's just one thing, one thing, one thing I need. I don't need anything else. I need your love, I need your love. I don't want anything else. I need your love, I need your love.
Kids, I didn't know that you guys were going to be joining me on my journey today. I am actually super excited that you're joining me because I'm on my way to fetch Teacher Tash. And speaking of Teacher Tash, her and I had a really nice chat the other day, and she was telling me what you guys are going to be learning in Kids Church. And she mentioned a verse from Isaiah. It was Isaiah 43, verse 1 and 2. And it says, "Do not be afraid. I will set you free. I'll send for you by name. You belong to me. You will pass through deep waters, but I will be with you." And I just loved that verse so much that it actually stuck in my brain and it didn't want to go away. And because Teacher Tash and I love singing so much, I decided I'm going to make this a song. And I'm hoping that you guys are going to love this song too and sing it with me. Would you guys like to hear it? Was that a yes? Great. That makes me happy. Let me get my music on and then we can sing it together. How nice is that? Are you guys ready? Are you listening? Sing with me, if you can. Isaiah 43, verse 1 and 2. Isaiah 43, verse 1 and 2. Do not be afraid, I will set you free. I'll send for you by name. You belong to me. You will pass through deep waters, but I will be with you, and you, and you. Isaiah 43, verse 1 and 2. Do you guys like my song? Okay, well, if you like it, then sing it with me this time. Get ready. 1, 2, 3. Isaiah 43, verse 1 and 2. Do not be afraid, I will set you free. I'll send for you by name. You belong to me. You will pass through deep waters, but I will be with you, and you, and you. Good job, guys, and well done. Let's go together now and go fetch Teacher Tash. I'm so excited.
Hi there, boys and girls. Today we are starting a brand new series about one of the most famous people in the Bible. He is so famous that people who haven't even read the Bible have heard about him. His story is found in the second book of the Old Testament. I wonder if you can guess what his name is. His story is found in the book of Exodus, and his name is Moses. Now, Moses is really famous because he did really big, important things. And so I'm going to take a little bit of time today to tell you the beginning of Moses' story. Now, the beginning of Moses' story is found at the beginning of the book of Exodus. But to understand why it starts off that way, we need to go back a little bit to the first book of the Old Testament, which is the book of Genesis. Now, in the book of Genesis, one of the most important people is Joseph. Joseph was sent to Egypt by his brothers who sold him into slavery. And then, because God's hand was on Joseph, Joseph rose to power until he was the second most important person in the whole of Egypt. Only Pharaoh was more important than him. And during the time of famine, the family of Joseph moved to live in Egypt, in a part of Egypt called Goshen. Now, in Goshen, they established place for their flocks and for their families, and for quite a long time, they stayed there safely. They stayed in Egypt for 400 years. But something bad happened. During that time, the Israelites multiplied and multiplied, and the Egyptians started to get scared of the descendants of Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, and Joseph. They were worried that the Israelites might want to take over power in Egypt. And so they did two things. The first thing they did was that they made the Israelites slaves. They had to work hard and they didn't even get paid for it. And then the second thing that they did is that they said to the midwives who deliver babies that they must kill the baby boys because they thought the boys would be the one who would be the problem. Now, there were two very good midwives in that time. Their names were Shiphrah and Puah, and they feared God more than they feared the Egyptians. And so, even though the Egyptians had told them to kill the baby boys, they didn't do it. They delivered the girls and the boys safely, and they looked after the babies. And then one day, there was a family that came to Shiphrah and Puah, and they said, "We're expecting another baby, and we don't know if it's going to be a boy or a girl. Will you help us?" And so the two midwives got to know this new family. The father's name was Amram, his wife's name was Jochebed, and there was a boy and a girl, Aaron and Miriam. And they were quite worried while their mom was pregnant because they didn't want a little baby brother that might be killed. And then the day came when Moses was born. He was delivered safely, but he was a boy, and they knew that the Egyptians might want to kill him. And so they made a special plan to keep him safe. For a while, they hid him at home and tried to keep him quiet. But babies grow up and they get a little bit noisy and cry. And so Jochebed and Miriam made a special plan. They built a basket like a little mini boat, and they put tar on the outside so it would be waterproof, and they made it nice and soft and comfortable on the inside. And then they put baby Moses into the basket. And then, when the Egyptians were coming to inspect their homes, Miriam took the basket down to the river so that she could hide her baby brother. And as she was doing so, she put the basket on the water and she prayed, "Dear Lord, please watch over my baby brother and keep him safe. Don't let the Egyptians kill him." And while she was praying, she opened up her eyes and she saw something that made her terrified. She saw some Egyptians were not just going to their house. The Egyptians were going down to the river. And she prayed even harder, "Lord, please look after my baby brother, keep him safe." And then she looked a little bit closer and she saw that it wasn't just Egyptian guards coming down to the river, it was also the Egyptian princess. And when the princess got to the river, she heard something. She heard some crying. And she went and she looked and she found the basket with baby Moses in it. She was so surprised and she looked around to see where this baby might have come from. And she turned to the people with her and she said, "This child has been taken out of the river. I'm going to name him Moses." And then she decided she was going to take him home with her and raise him as her very own son. Now, in the meantime, Miriam had been watching from the reeds along the riverbank, and then she decided to do something really brave. She went forward and she said to the Egyptian princess, "I see that you have a baby there. Would you like me to ask somebody to come and help you take care of him?" And the Egyptian princess said, "That's a really good idea. Could you see if there's someone who can help?" And Miriam raced home as fast as she could, and she called her mom, Jochebed, and Jochebed went home with the princess, and Jochebed got to look after her own baby and get paid for it. Isn't God amazing how he looks after his people? And so Moses grew up in the Egyptian palace. He was raised like a prince by the princess of Egypt. So what can we learn from today's story? God will protect you on your journey, just like he protected Moses on his journey. God wants to watch over you and protect you and your brothers and your sisters and your friends and family too. The other thing that we can learn from this is to be a really great older brother or sister, just like Miriam and Aaron were. They looked after their baby brother. In fact, Miriam was not only the one who watched him, but she was even brave enough to find something that would be good for her little baby brother. And we can look after one another and look after this younger children and babies to make sure that they're protected and well cared for. God wants to protect you on your journey. And you can trust him. You can ask for his help. You can ask him to watch over you. And you can ask him to help you look after others on all of our journeys. And so, as we go into this series learning about Moses and his journey to the promised land, you and I can learn the same things that God wants to protect us on our journey too. I hope that you're going to have a really great week and that you'll join us again next time to hear more about Moses' journey to the promised land. Have a great week.
Hey guys, and welcome to our activity for today. I am your special host, Natasha, and today I have two amazing guests with me. Up first, we have the lovely
Hannah.
And how old are you, Hannah?
I'm 12.
12, that's amazing. All right, and then up next we have the amazing Mr.
Jordan.
And how old are you, Jordan?
I'm 11.
He's 11. Wow, you guys are like in big school, almost. All right, so today we're playing a country trivia game. As you can see, we have a bunch of different flags. So every week we're gonna be asking our two contestants, or different contestants, a different question about a different country. All right, so if you think you know the answer, you have to ring the bell. And whoever rings the bell first gets to answer the question. And you guys online and at home or wherever you're watching can try and guess the answers as well. And let's see how many you know. All right, should we get started?
Yeah.
Do you guys have any questions?
No.
Okay, let's go. So our first question is, got to do with the country. So don't forget, you have to ring a bell first. Which flag represents the USA? Yeah, which one?
This one.
That one.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Okay, do you want to take that little flag off of the... So we've got little flags pinned to the back of each little container here. Then, pass that to me. Okay, so who can identify where the USA is on our map? Okay, do you want to show us where?
Okay.
And you're correct. I guess that does help because you got the names on there, so well done.
Thank you.
Awesome. Okay, are you ready for our third question?
Yeah.
Question number 3. Name an animal that is commonly found in the USA. There are 3 different answers. Think about it. When you watch movies, what do you see in there? Like if they're in the forest. Okay, I'll give you a hint. One of them flies, like really high, and they're really big birds.
An eagle?
Yes! Well done. Okay, so we have 2 points for Hannah, 1 point for Jordan. All right, good job. Then you can also find cougars and bobcats. Do you know what a bobcat is? I don't either. We'll put a picture on the screen for everyone so they can see what a bobcat looks like. All right. What language or languages are commonly spoken in the USA? Ooh. Yeah.
English, of course.
Yes. And? Jordan, if you can guess the next language, I'll give you a point. Okay, come on, think. Like another country, also they speak this language. It's really close to the USA. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. No, you're right, but you need the actual language. So, what's the name of the language they speak?
Spanish.
Oh,
Spanish.
Yes. Okay, but Jordan did kind of get it. Okay, so you're gonna get 1 point for English, and you'll get 1 point for Spanish. So we got 2 points over here and 3 points over here. All right. What currency is used in the USA? Yep.
Dollars.
Yes, the United States dollar, to be specific. But you're correct. Well done.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, so Hannah and Jordan, you got a little bit to go. Okay, so you got 4 points and 2 points. Alrighty, last question. What game or sport is popular in the USA?
Football?
Yes. Okay, there's another one. So if you can guess the next one, Jordan, if you can guess the other one, I'll give you a point. Football and get your head in the game.
Basketball.
Yeah! Sorry, Jordan. You did not do so well in that one. Okay, so well done, Hannah, for winning. You did an amazing job. All right, we hope that you guys are able to get some of those answers as well and that you had fun with us. But for now, we're going to go answer some questions. Bye, guys!